What's up, boys and girls? The Gypsy. Back at it again. I got a news for you, boys and girls. I got some news for you, and you guys all living on Joyce's fucking dick, aren't you guys? Seriously, bro. A blind man probably could have seen this fight. Parker ain't gonna win. Because when you watch Parker fight, if you watch boxing, that is, and not just pretend that you're watching it, you know what I mean? Parker has poor stamina, bro. And I mentioned in my fight prediction, I said it's an easy fight for Joyce, even though at the end of the day, it never really turned out to be an easy fight for him. It should have been, but it's an easy because he's not as skilled. He's not a skilled boxer. Joyce is a walking punching bag. I gave him too much credit in my video. That's the only thing I made a mistake on, and the fact that I didn't say late round stoppage. I said 12 rounds because it could have still been 12 rounds. 11 round, there's a 1 round difference, buddy. 11 round is a 1 round difference. 1 round difference. And to be frank, Parker could have pulled it off. He could have. Who's to say if they didn't after the count, he was able to clinch and make his way all the way past 12 after he passed 11. You wouldn't know that. You could say, you're just gonna get stopped. No, that's the first drop. If he had gotten dropped the second time in a round, then yes, I would say for sure he would have definitely got stopped. Like how Sean Porter got stopped by Terrence Crawford. It might look like Porter had enough, but Porter was going to get hit even more and much more devastating fashion, where he was going to get dropped third. Who knows, possibly fourth. There was a lot of time on that same round, the 10th round against Sean Porter, that Terrence Crawford knocked him out. There was a lot of time there left. I think Parker had a little bit less time. I don't know how much less. I don't know the exact time on the 11th round stoppage. But even then, that was the first knockdown. Anyways, that's just a different story. Parker, like I said in my prediction, he's going to win. He's going to win the first few rounds. And he did. Out of the first 5 rounds, he won the first, second, he lost the third, and he won the fourth, and then he lost the fifth. After the fifth, it went downhill for Parker because Parker's stamina is trash. He's got better boxing skills than Joyce, but his stamina is trash. And now on top of that, his stamina being trash, he doesn't hit as hard to keep Joyce off of him. But the thing is, he accumulated enough punches, which is hilarious, that it hurt Joyce. At the 10th round, Joyce wasn't there. I thought he was probably giving too much props to Parker because he's being nice. They're both their names are Joyce. They're both friendly guys. But when I watched it, bro, Joyce was in a horrible mode. Like his legs weren't there, his punches were sloppy as fuck, and like he looked like he was. It looked like he was drunk. I'll just say that much. It looked like he was tired as fuck, and if someone hit him really, really good, that has a decent amount of punching power, someone like AJ might had or fucking Wilder, he's going bye-bye. That's what it looked like. And he showed that in the 11th round. It's just that Parker is so much far gone than he was when it comes to stamina. He was gone he was trying to catch his breath in the 5th round, and Joyce did not allow him to catch his breath in the 5th round. While he was winning, I may add at the time, he was in my scorecard. He was up by the 5th round. He had already won 3 rounds, and Joyce only won 1 round, and that's the 3rd round. I may add. He's only won that was the only round at the time that Joyce had won, the third round, and that was a pretty close round. I gave it to Joyce anyway, because Joyce started off really good in the beginning, and Parker ended it at the end, which I still gave it to Joyce. You know what I mean? Because he had the better shots and the more effective shots in that third round. Anyways, after that, after the fifth round, Parker was not available. Even though he was throwing shots, as I said, he fights in spurts. In my video, he fights in spurts. He cannot fight past the jab, but he definitely was fighting past the jab of a taller man against Joyce, because Joyce's jab isn't that great as shit, actually. Compared, like in elite level, it's shit. AJ's jab is way better. Even though I still criticize the shit out of AJ's jab. AJ's jab is because of he's not. I guess he's good because he ain't got no balls. That's why sometimes when he throws it, he's trying to gauge the distance, because he doesn't want to commit. Even when he can commit, he doesn't want to commit because he's I mean, AJ could have stopped Parker, honestly. If you watch the fight, AJ could have stopped Parker, but AJ doesn't have the minerals. Joyce has the minerals. He's got the fucking balls to do it. And he's not afraid to get hit. AJ is. But AJ can take a lot of punishment. It's not like AJ cannot. But AJ hits a lot harder and has more skill than Joyce, and has beaten Joyce once upon a blue moon. Knocked him out. Alright? So I favor AJ knocking out Joyce in 8 rounds. Joyce was there to get hit by the right hand by Parker almost all day. Almost all day, bro. He was there to get hit by the right hand. And Parker does not hit as hard as AJ. He does not hit as hard as Fury, which is like below AJ by 1 notch. He does not hit as hard as Wilder. No chance in hell. He does not hit as hard. The only person he hits as hard, because I think they all fall in the same picture, is Usyk. Usyk, Joyce, and Parker all hit the same. They all hit the same level of punching power, bro. It's still heavyweight punching power. Accumulation of it will damage you. But it's just really not that much. You know what I mean? Compared to, let's say, Daniel DeBoss power, Dylan White's, Povetkin that retired, who else? Ortiz, Louis King Kong Ortiz. All those guys hit harder than Joyce, Usyk, Parker. Those guys don't hit that. These guys don't hit that hard. Joyce might be big, but he's slow. He's not as athletic as someone like Wilder or Usyk, or shit, even AJ, not AJ. Oh yeah, even AJ. I'm not gonna say shit, even AJ for sure. And I was gonna say shit, even Fury. You know what I mean? Fury was not he's more athletic than fucking Joyce is. Fury is more athletic than Joyce is. That's crazy, right? He's more mobile. He's not stiff than Joyce. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Looking at the features of the body, you're like, no, there's no way. Joyce got to be the more, fluid motion guy. You know what I mean? No way. Yeah, yes way. Look at the fight. Look at them both fight. You'll see. Fury comes out to this recently. He's like, I favor, Joyce over everybody. I looked at so much boxing, and nah, bro, you didn't. Shut the fuck up, bro. He is not the second best. I can bet anybody money that Wilder knocks this guy out. Big money. And I'm not even talking about small ones. Big money that he gets fucking knocked out by Wilder, because he's there for the right hand all day, all night. Even worse than Dylan White is. Dylan White will actually avoid the right hand a couple of times before he kind of finally gets hit by it. Joyce is, that's why I call him a walking punching bag. I don't call Dylan White a walking punching bag. I call it Joyce a walking punching bag, because he's there to get hit by that right hand all day. Not only the right hand, everything else, the kitchen sink as well. The toilet, man. Fucking everything, bro. He's there to get hit. And the only person that he's fought that has a heavy punch is Daniel Dubois, and plus, who's smaller than him. AJ ain't smaller than fucking Daniel Dubois. He's actually probably taller than, and in some cases bigger than Joyce is. AJ ain't taller than Daniel Dubois. Ain't short. AJ's taller than Daniel Dubois. Actually, the other way around. AJ's taller than Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois ain't bigger than AJ. Daniel Dubois ain't bigger than Fury. Daniel Dubois ain't bigger than Wilder. You know what I mean? He can keep a guy like Daniel Dubois in range, just like how he was doing against Parker. But he still got wobbled and hurt. Actually, he got hurt more in the Daniel Dubois fight, realistically closer to a knockout than he got in the Parker fight. But he still got, like, he was prone to get knocked out in the Parker fight as well. If you watch the 10th round, he was prone to get knocked out. It's just that Parker didn't have anything in the tank after the 5th round. He's trying to recover, and he couldn't get his breather because Joyce didn't allow it, and that was the end. He somehow mustered up the 10th round, and barely, I may add, because you know why? Because Joyce wasn't there in the 10th round. He wasn't there in the 10th round. That's why he was able to he was even weaker than fucking Joyce, and he was able to still win that fucking round, which is ridiculous. You know what I mean? Honestly, that's how bad Joyce is. That's why I don't know why you guys are overrating this guy. Joyce is an overrated boxer. He's a walking punching bag, bro. And I keep saying this. I don't know why, motherfucker. Because he wins. Yeah. He hasn't really faced real competition. And my video, I said it should be an easy fight for Joyce because of the stamina and because Parker cannot fight off of someone taller than him that has a jab. You know what I mean? But, yeah, shit. Parker fucking still won for 3 of the first 5 rounds. I won't say comfortably, but he won it. He wasn't hurt. He wasn't he got a little cut. That's about it. A little bit of bleeding nose, and that's it. No bruising or nothing. Exactly. It's just and then he just didn't fight anymore. He after the 5th, he wasn't even throwing any punches. Compared to the first 5 rounds. And then to go from 6 to 6 and 7. Well, forget about it. After the 4th round, check from 5 on up, and he finally somehow mustered up the 10th round. And he won it because he's got poor stamina, and he actually has worse stamina now than he had when he fought AJ. Because at least with AJ, after 6 or 7 rounds, he was, still in the game, still throwing punches, still he's not giving up. There's a lot of movement behind him. Now he's got a lot more weight, a lot less movement, and his stamina went even further down because I'm assuming he put more weight on. And he's not really working on what he needs to do to get the stamina. That's probably another thing. You know what I mean? He probably is, but probably ain't at the same time. He's not really that dedicated into it. It could be either or. It's just probably genetics. I'm not too sure. I can't speak on fucking that. I cannot be 100% sure. You know what I mean? But Joyce, my friends, the only person that Joyce can actually beat, now when I look at it, it might be Usyk. It's fun. Yeah, right. He cannot beat AJ. I don't see him beating AJ. Styles make fights, bro. AJ could have been Usyk, but AJ doesn't have the minerals. It's like he didn't have the minerals to knock out Parker. AJ does not have the minerals, bro. You know what I mean? That's the reason why he lost to Usyk. He doesn't have the balls to get hit a couple times and throw the shots. Doesn't matter because he was the heavier puncher by a long mile over Usyk. You know what I mean? And he did. He won 4 rounds. He could have won 5 and 6 rounds, and maybe possibly 7 rounds, and he would have fucking taken a W off of Usyk. But that's the name of the game. But he could. But Joyce has a shot at beating. He can't. He definitely does. I don't think he beats AJ. He gets knocked out by AJ. He gets knocked out by Fury. He gets knocked out by Wilder. Usyk is the only one Joyce can I feel like he can beat. You know why? Because he can put the stamina, but he doesn't hit as hard as AJ. He's going to have to throw an accumulation of body punches from round 1, take as much punishment as possible, and from round 1 to round 8 to throw a lot of body punches where it finally phases Usyk somewhere in the 9 and 8, possibly the 8, you know, and where he starts to work on Usyk even more. Besides the body, he goes to other locations, if you know what I mean. The head, you know, disguises a fucking body shot with an uppercut, you know, to the face. It's all kinds of shit like that. And he finally, you know, somehow, if he's lucky enough, and Usyk, because he's way faster, he can just run away, you know. AJ's more nimble. AJ was more nimble than Joyce. That's why AJ can catch someone like Usyk. You know what I mean? If he's lucky enough, he can if you can catch him while he's running away, because that's how Usyk is going to be recovering. Then he can probably, and I still don't. I give a slight edge to Usyk of winning that fight. Not a slight edge, actually I give him a decent edge. I give him a 70% chance of winning that fight. I give Usyk a 70% chance, or 70% chance of beating Joyce. It's a 70-30, which I greatly favor Usyk decision beating Joyce. Yeah, 70% is a pretty decent amount. You know? Yeah, even Usyk he's not going to be able to beat. So this guy is where he belongs. Number 5 region. That's where he belongs. It's between Fury number 1, Usyk number 2, AJ, Wilder number 3 for me, and then AJ, even though the resume speak otherwise. AJ 4, and then comes Joyce. You know what I mean? That's where Joyce is. Joyce gets knocked out by AJ. If you guys want to see that fight, Joyce gets knocked out by AJ. And the fight between Fury and AJ is not happening because Fury has to put deadlines on fucking faggot ass AJ. Because if he doesn't put deadlines, this guy would say, look how long it took him to fight Usyk. It took him 11 fucking months before he fought Usyk the second time, bro. No one says shit about this, man. No one even once says anything about 11 months, bro. Do you think that's how long he's gonna prolong Fury? That's why Fury ain't gonna fucking wait for that long, bro. That's why, like, if you're not signing something and you agree to the terms after 10 days ago, 20 days ago, you haven't made a change, an amendment, send it back to Frank Warren, none of that shit, that means you're wasting time. You know, months can go by. Shit, a month is already gone by, almost, and this guy hasn't signed or fucking done anything to work to make the fight happen. AJ, that is. It's all on AJ. AJ's all, my lord. No, bro, it's you. If you want to sign the fight, you want to make it happen, you make it happen. 60-40 split. You get the 40%, he gets the 60%. You should beat the motherfucker. There should be no questions asked. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be worried about, this and that. Oh, this between DAZN and... dude, shut up, man. It ain't between DAZN and BT Sports. It's not because... That's not the reason why this fight ain't happening. It's because you're not confident that you can beat Fury. You know you can't beat Fury, and Eddie Hearn knows that as well, and that's why they don't want the fight, and they're prolonging it. They're trying to make it seem like they're trying to frustrate Fury into saying, "Fuck that! I'm gonna fight Manuel Char, whatever his name is, Char." You know what I mean? He ain't even black enough to be Char, but you know what I'm saying. But it's just like they're just prolonging it. So Fury gets frustrated. So he's like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm gonna go for Char. Because I mean, who else is there to fight? Chisora, which he's beaten twice. The only other person I know that he can fight is Frank Sanchez. Frank Sanchez, that's a difficult fight for him, for Fury, because he moves. It's gonna be difficult. He can still beat Frank Sanchez. I favor him, but Frank Sanchez is kind of a difficult fight for anybody, honestly. Frank Sanchez, that trains with Canelo. That's the only other guy I'll be entertained to watch. Frank Sanchez will be the only one that I'll be entertained to watch. But that's not happening because too much paperwork. Same thing, like, you know, different networks, all kind of issue. It's going to be the same thing as AJ, but at least AJ, you're getting paid a lot more. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's all I got to say. And Fury doesn't give a fuck. He'll fight a bum and then fight Usyk afterwards. And you guys have to eat that shit. Because, you know, you can only blame one person. You can blame AJ for that. Because in 11 months, bro. 11 months. He said even longer the first time trying to make the fight with Usyk. The first fight, it took long as fuck as well. Because he was trying to get the fight with Fury because he knew you couldn't beat fucking Usyk. And Fury's like, okay, well, I'll take the fight. I'll take the fight because he has no, you know, because he wouldn't want to fight Wilder because Wilder's being a bitch and all that kind of stuff, and then there's arbitration clause. It's like, fucking, I'll do it. But they took so much of time because they weren't even sure if they want to fight Fury. They took so much time. They could have made the fight happen before the arbitration case got over with. They didn't. They waited until the arbitration got finished, which was months, and they bullshit the public, AJ that is, and that's why the fight never took place. But believe you me, Usyk, the fight with Usyk could have taken place. Usyk is claiming he's injured, you know what I mean? All that bullshit. But that fight can easily be made. And that fight will eventually be made. Anyways, that's a different story, different line. We're talking about Joyce, and Parker in this video, and I'm done. This is a Gypsy. I'm out. I gotta go to work. Work time.